All right, Dr. Deborah, the floor is all yours. Go ahead.
Thank you, Milo. It's been a sheer pleasure of me talking with you this week. You've put my head afire with somebody's, your expansionistic ideas have put my head into a spin all week. So I wanted to try to, put the reins on it a little bit to show you the basics, but you've really shown me how we could actually go to scalability and expandability through OnPassive. So I'd like to give you a little idea about where I see medicine taking a complete left turn into digital medicine. And that's intersecting with OnPassive, which is giving us digital ability to deliver that medicine far and wide globally. And when we combine these two kind of concepts, we really do have a new paradigm of light years ahead of the competition in the world of medicine, of marketing, and of outreach and of education. So this is all the favorite things that I have in my life to talk about. And for me, the main stumbling block has been reaching out to people with no ability to either build a list or get a list to people in multiple countries. So for people like myself who have a lot to share, the OnPassive platform is really giving us the capacity to have expandable, limitless, and switchable platforms and moving between things without any friction, which of course reduces time and cost and money. And if we could do that in medicine, can you imagine how great we would be getting to the root of people's problems quickly and efficiently and getting people the resources that they need? So I've been involved for 25 years in family, emergency, and sports medicine. And then I hit a wall with the administrative beings that said, we don't want you using biotechnology in medicine. We want you to go chemical. We want you to stay in the pharmaceutical realm. But unfortunately, I had been trained in other specialties. So I felt limited in that capacity. So I retrained as a natural health integrative medical doctor and eventually a PhD in bioenergy. And some of you may have heard that, I have a degree in everything. Well, that's true because I'm a very curious person. And I find that sometimes when we isolate things, we miss things. So as a doctor, I was great at, doing emergency broken fractures, but I wasn't that great at stopping you from having your diabetes from your gluten sensitivity from that food poisoning you had 25 years ago. So I was getting frustrated in medicine, not being able to really do what I wanted and getting the right results. So I explored a lot of technology, which I'd like to briefly give you a glimpse of today to let you know just how far ahead medicine has come in the last 20 years in the digital world that most people do not know about because of lack of advertising or exposure or whatever. But, this isn't something that I've been doing just recently. This is 20 years of my experience. And I brought some of my team members on today, such as Professor Dr. John Sargent from Canada, who's my expert advisor and, go-to guy when I'm stuck on procurement and analyzing things in a grander scalable way. He has a fantastic knowledge base in both medicine and technology, but also in educating people. He and I have been educating people in quantum medicine for 20 years. The problem is that as we keep running into the same darn problem, we never have enough funding to do what we want. So we tried to figure out, well, maybe we could bring all the costs down in medicine so that there isn't a funding barrier. So if you would allow me to just jump into a couple slides to sort of show you what I'm trying to say. I'm going to just quickly flip onto a slideshow if you can see that all right.
We can see it good.
Let's just take, and I won't go too long because I can be long-winded, it. I can talk fast and long, but I try to just give you some of the things that I think are really critical for you as an audience to know that you're really at this pivotal, switch point where we can no longer keep doing things the old, slow, costly, expensive way when we have these fantastic new tools like OnPassive to get the job done. So today I'd like to talk about the ancient wisdom of thousands of years of medical knowledge, which can be converted into digital signatures, digital technology, just like I can take my words and have them digitally transcribed into a text message, and I can send that to you across the world as OnPassive will be able to disseminate information. We can also digitalize your medical or health signatures, and we can use that to miniaturize and speed along healthcare. And if those of you who don't know me, I do have a degree in medicine, psychology, family medicine, osteopathy, frequency light matrix therapy, Ayurveda. I'm also a director of the Department of Bioenergetics at the Canadian College of Humanitarian Medicine, where I will be leaving a slide at the end of our upcoming International Congress next weekend, or on the 28th. And that's going to have 12 professors like me at the top of their game, giving you a world-class knowledge. And I strongly recommend that anybody who wants to take care of their health, this is a course designed for the public to really understand what other options they have in life. And I wanted you to know that I am a humanitarian. I donate many amounts of my time, lectures, and whatnot to help the community. And I'm doing and donating my time really to On Passive because I believe that it is a pivotal technology that's allowing us to get to the root of the problem quickly, and it's getting us to access what is missing. It is the list of 1 million founders to 10 million to 100 million to 1 billion people. And if you imagine that we could shrink the health investigation time that would take a medical doctor to get you worked up, I'm going to show you how you could do that in 30 minutes. And you could actually have clients out in remote locations who have a software on their phone for as little as $99, and we could transmit to their cell phone in the most remote areas of the planet, wherever you could reach a cell phone. So now we're taking 3 decades of medicine, compressing it into a prescription that we can send to you at your own home. And this will give you great insight into your own health conditions and insight into the future of medicine. So I think that On Passive is going to be the delivery method of reaching out to the world. And these technologies, which are compressed and superb, are really giving expert services at a minuscule cost to anybody in the world. And that now gives what I would consider equality in medicine. Right now, we have elites that can afford extremely expensive procedures and those who are starving without even clean water at the other end of the spectrum of humanity. We need to level out that with some averaging. And how we do that is we get leverage by converging the digital medicine with On Passive digital delivery. And now everybody in our entire team and world can get, similar access to world-class strategies. And we go back to the idea that Tesla says, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. And everything about us is a vibration, and our minerals vibrate. And when we die, we lose that vibration. All we have is an urn of minerals on the countertop, right? But those minerals are what hold the vibration in as a structural software. So if we can use digital medicine to increase the frequency messages to your body, and increase the ability to listen to the hidden signals in your body by listening to these subtle energy signals or fingerprints, we can really get deep down the rabbit hole on what's really bugging people, okay? And remember, I'm not talking about the average blood test that has a 60% sensitivity of pickup. We're talking about digital medicine going to 6 decimal places of accuracy, so we can have 99% surety of what we're doing. Now, the main thing is that because On Passive has brought out fiber optics, and if you missed my speech on Oblast, fiber optics means you could have 8 strands of fiber optic information going at different frequencies. So 1 frequency for cell phones, and 1 frequency for text messages, and 1 frequency for video, and 1 frequency for banking, and 1 frequency for air traffic control. That could be different frequencies, but running in parallel on 8 different fiber optic cables. This is what Ashma Farah and his team have brought back to the world that has really almost never been seen before in terms of I think Ash said it's 60% less cost effectiveness, 60% less cost, and 4 times the speed to get information delivered in these digital packets. So now let's apply that same idea where we could have multi-channel mixers to test your body at different angles, shall we say, different frequencies. If you have, say, 12 chakras, we have 12 channels in our body. We can talk through digital medicine to each of those different channels.